Hello. It is recommended that one must learn how to think outside the box. What is the meaning of thinking inside the box, by the way? My understanding is that whenever it is being said that you must think outside the box, there are two messages. One is that you are developing set patterns of thinking and you need to break those patterns so that you start getting new perspective, new ideas. Second is perhaps that you need to start becoming more creative in your thinking. That's what is thinking outside the box. Otherwise, there is no box, right? So what is it that you can start doing for thinking outside the box? Here are some ideas. First one is talk to and play with children. When you interact with children, when you play with them, when you have conversations with them, that's when you will understand how creative they are in terms of their thinking, how differently they think, what are the kind of questions they ask, what are the kind of solutions they create for whatever challenge comes in front of them, and how out of nothing they are able to create so many things. That is what is going to happen when you interact with children, when you play with them. Second important thing you can start doing is ask questions. Questions are a sign of thinking. Questions are an encouragement to thinking. And when you start challenging status quo, that's when you'll notice how differently can you think, what new alternatives can you create. There's a classic example which is shared. In an army regiment, there were two guards standing beside a bench and doing their duty. A new CEO joined and inquired, what is it that they are doing here? And he was not able to find a convincing reason. So he checked with his predecessor. He said, they were doing their duty and I found no reason to change that, and it continued. He went on to a couple of previous CEOs to find out what is it that started their duty. And when he reached the CEO who had started it, the answer he got was not an answer really. He asked a counter question. He said, is the bench still wet with the paint? Which means when the bench was painted in his times, he put two guards on duty there so that accidentally no one sits there. And it continued as a practice. Now imagine, like this, many things continue in our life without questioning them. That is why you must start asking questions. You must start challenging the status quo. Not easy, but something worth doing. Next thing that you can start doing is learn to relax. It is said that only a relaxed mind can be creative. If you are saddled with worries and tensions and pressures and baggages of the past, perhaps your creativity will be stunted. And one of the ways, beautiful ways and easiest ways is to connect with your hobbies. Once we get into our professional life, one thing that gets a setback perhaps is our hobbies. Why is it that we drop our hobbies? Why is it that we are not able to find any time for pursuing our hobbies which we were so connected with, so fascinated with? And I have examples after examples where I was able to convince some people to reconnect with their hobbies and what is the kind of joy they got out of it. So connect with your hobbies, whatever it be, singing, dancing, cooking, whatever it is, reconnect with that and see how it makes a change to the way you think. The next thing that you can start doing is get close to nature in whatever form. Whether it is under the sky looking at stars, whether it is in the greens in woods, whether it is close to mountains, whether it is on the sea beaches, or whether it is taking a stroll where there is a lot of greenery. Whatever way you can connect with nature, do that and notice how it makes a change in your energy, mental energy specifically, and relaxes you, helps you to think very, very differently. Next thought is learn to simplify. The way we are living our lives has become very complex over a period of time, and everything can be simplified. So start asking yourself, how is it that you can simplify whatever you are doing? Whether your professional work, whether it is your personal life, whether it is in the kitchen, you can start simplifying things. And that is what will make you more creative, because you will be looking for solutions to make your life easier. And the last thought that I'm sharing is practice mindfulness. It is connected to being relaxed, but when you are mindful, one of the important things that you are doing is You are in this moment. You are in the present moment. And more you are in the present moment, more creative can you be, because you are not saddled with the worries of future and you are not hooked to the past where you are carrying a lot of baggage from. So more mindfulness that you practice, more creative you can become. Practice the techniques that I've suggested to you and ask yourself after a couple of days, does it help in changing the way you think? Does it help you in coming out of the box, so to say, the box that you may have been living in? I wish you all the best. I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay healthy.